Hello friends, welcome to my channel ELS English Literature Studies with Kaur Harpreet. Today we'll discuss about tragedy and its types, right? And in my previous videos I have discussed about some important terms which are related to tragedy and what is a tragedy. All these things are already discussed. Link will be provided in the description box about these videos. If you are interested, you can check those videos also. So let us start with today's video, that is about tragedy. When we talk about tragedy, it is a form of drama which is based on human suffering that involves catharsis or pleasure, and it often refers to a specific tradition of a drama that played a unique and important role. It is a tragic story of a great man who passes through emotional and spiritual crisis because of slight flaw in the hero or in the protagonist, right? And according to Aristotle, tragedy is an imitation of an action that is serious, complete, and of certain magnitude. And this definition has been accepted as the standard definition of the tragedy from the age of Aristotle to the present day, with slight variations in the status of the hero. According to Aristotle, there are four species of tragedy. First is complex, which is made up of peripecia and anagnoses. Second is suffering, the tragedy of suffering, and such tragedies can be seen in the Greek mythological stories. Third one is character, a tragedy of moral or ethical character, and fourth one is simple or spectacle, that of a horror-like theme, right? And Aristotle also asserts that any tragedy can be divided into six constituent parts, and these parts are plot, character, thought, diction, song, and last one is spectacle. The plot is the most important part of a tragedy according to Aristotle, and most of these tragedies, however, came from ancient Greece, and most of them depict epic battles that rage across the land. An example of when we talk about an example of such classic Greek scripture, then we the thought comes to in our mind is about Trojan War, or we can say more specifically an event that could be considered as a tragedy. Classical tragedies are the first tragedies to come around, as most of these tragedies came from ancient civilization. And Aristotle had before him the great tragedies written by three great Greek dramatists, Aeschylus, Phocles, and Euripides, right? And Aristotle drew some features from these great tragedies, and on this basis, he evolved his own theory about tragedy. And the Greeks showed a great interest in these ancient tragedies, and they made fantastic theatres only for this purpose. Aristotle believed that the plot should be complex, it is the main part, and it should be complex and it should involve a change in fortune in the end. He also believed that the hero should make a mistake and there should be reason of his downfall, and he also describes how evil characters are punished at the end through poetic justice. All these things are discussed in my previous video, so no reason to discuss it again or repeat those words. And the point is that the Aristotle is stating that the character should make his mistake and have his downfall by himself, right? Next is we have types. When we talk about types, tragedy can be broadly divided into two categories. One is classical tragedy and second is romantic tragedy. Classic tragedy is similar to Shakespearean tragedy in the sense that the people who normally bring downfall upon themselves are people of higher status, right? And a difference with the classical tragedy and modern tragedy is that in modern tragedy the person is quite normal, and the tragedy just happens to the main character. As I have quoted one example from modern dramatist Arthur Miller in my previous video, in which Linda speaks out lines at the end of the Death of a Salesman by Arthur Miller, right? In which I have described that how what is the status of tragedy and how tragedy occurs, and what how these, we can say, modern dramatists speak about tragedy, that it is for normal person, right? But in classical tragedy the person is unique, or we can say the person is from higher status, and he brings his downfall. He has go to some, we can say, he has to pass through an emotional and spiritual crisis, and that is the reason that he finally meets his doom. and death, and this tragic end cleans, we can say, our heart of all passions and human frailties, and all the evil characters are also punished at the end, right? And these two things are already discussed in previous video. If you're interested, you can check that. And yes, I was talking about classical tragedy. When we talk about classical tragedy or drama, we can say it is either tragic or purely comic, right? We can't mix these two things. It is not a mixture of two. It is either tragic or purely comic, and there should be no subplot, or we can say that events should be confined to one single plot, but these incidents must be logically connected, right? And when we talk about classical tragedy, uh, the classical tragedy follows the Greek pattern, and it has two specialties of the Greek pattern. First one is the observance of the three dramatic unities of time, place, and action, and second is the employment of the chorus. That is another noteworthy element in the classical Greek tragedy, and it consisted of a group of actors who explains what happens off stage, and it also made moral comments from time to time in the action of the play to deepen the desired effect, right? These are the two specialities regarding classical tragedy. And when we talk about romantic tragedy, it is built on basis different from that of classical tragedy. What are the bases? That it is not strictly bound by the three unities, the unity of time, place, and action. The romantic tragedies are not strictly bound by these Greek conventions, like unity of time, place, and action. And uh, the writers, we can say, they enjoy full freedom to make their tragedies as effective as possible by the power of their imagination and dramatic skill, right? As we have Shakespeare's tragedies, these are highly romantic tragedies, and his tragedy has the power of imagination and dramatic skill, right? And we can also say that in these romantic tragedies, action extend for years, and the scene of action change from place to place as per the plot's requirement, as it is not bound by the unities, dramatic unities, right? And it is also debarred from mixing the tragic and the comic, and also from introducing a subplot. In romantic tragedies, scenes of violence, horror, murders, and battles may be represented on the stage, as we have King Lear, in which the horrible scene of blinding of Gloucester that takes place on the stage, right? And these romantic tragedies does not employ the chorus like classical tragedies, and the purpose of chorus is served through some minor characters in these romantic tragedies, right? And then we have these tragedies can be, we can say, can be divided into several types from the point of view of theme or matter. And it can be divided into horror tragedies, she tragedies, heroic tragedies, and domestic tragedies. Horror tragedies are those tragedies which are specialized in scenes of violence, cruelty, and murder, bloodsheds, right? And we have examples like Webster and Ford. They are famous for writing these horror tragedies. Then we have she tragedies. In these tragedies, the central figure is the heroine who dominates the plot, as it is clear from the name. And when we talk about domestic tragedies, these tragedies shows the hard and tragic life of a middle class family. And one is left heroic tragedy, right? In these heroic tragedies, these deal with the heroic deeds and exploits of great warrior heroes, right? And we have examples of Dryden for this, John Dryden for this. And next are some important terms related to tragedies. These are the some terms: hamartia, peripetia. Sorry, peripetia, it's not PEIA, R is missing here. And then soliloquy, recognition, catharsis, poetic justice, aside, catastrophe, and dramatic unities. These are the terms related to tragedies, which are already discussed in my previous video in detail. And if you're interested, link will be provided in the description box. And if you like my content, please hit the like button, share and subscribe my channel. And if you're new to my channel, please hit the bell button so that you can get notifications for my upcoming videos. And thanks a lot for watching. Thanks a lot.